Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming, a more urban empire in Pravsburg. Hope you guys are doing well. A happy Friday to all of you. Oh boy, we really need to try and improve the lot of life in our citizens in some of these districts. It does seem to me that income is a little bit low. This is definitely the area where our poorer working class citizens have been living. I think part of the problem is that they're really far away from industry, so maybe employment is a little bit harder to work with than I am accustomed to. But part of the problem is our commercial demand has been pretty low, so we may want to start going into some of these districts and start upgrading anything that improves our companies, just to improve our commercial growth a lot. And hopefully that results in some better stuff for us. This is the fire station. It's doing pretty darn well here. It's not so bad at all. Alright, well, moving on. Democratic Party voting on funding change for the, what was it, the post office? Or was it theaters? What do the communists want to upgrade? I can't remember anymore. The theater, that is right, okay. Well, it will cost me a little bit of money, but again, we have another $500,000 coming in every month, so who's worried about that, really? One thing I could do, if I really want to improve growth, is I could reduce taxes on my own. Right? We haven't been doing that thus far, but I do think that it's certainly an option. We are literally getting more money than I am able to spend at this point in the game. But I don't know. I'm not always a fan of reducing taxes because I hate to lose income and with the anticipation I'll have to do so later, but I mean, it's definitely a surefire way to try and boost some things like companies right now, which is still having some trouble. I mean, let's see what happens. If I go to the city council and I went to taxation, now we haven't even talked about the fact that we do have different types of tax available to us right now. For example, we have a 20% industry tax, but an 18% business tax. And it gives us a good idea of how much money we are getting from each. For example, you can see here, industry, by a long shot, is helping us the most. We are taxing the working class pretty highly. Same with the lower class. We might want to consider trying to switch this up to being a little bit more progressive. Taxing the elites a little bit more, reducing the taxes on the working and lower classes. One thing I am thinking about doing, though, is at least reducing the business tax. I'll lose a bit of money in the process, but anything that helps boost up our commercial demand right now could actually be pretty good for me. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to reduce the lower class a little bit, a couple percentage points, and the working class a couple points. Just a bit. Now we're going to lose about 150,000 by doing this, but hopefully we are going to be improving, sorry, 171, but we're hopefully going to be improving the growth of the city in certain aspects by doing so. So let's go ahead and give that a shot and try manipulating our taxation. Because really, I mean, yes, I like having high taxes and lots of income, but right now we are literally making so much more money than I'm able to spend simply because there's such a delay in between every vote. So I really might as well reduce it and try to start increasing the growth of the city. I don't see any reason not to. Kilborough is the one that needs the next upgrade. Let's go to them. Modify infrastructure, upgrade to asphalt. And you know what? This is also a medium density district that's doing pretty well. Let's go ahead and activate the telephone line there and add in some phone booths. And confirm, propose, done, thank you. I mean, we still have so much money in the bank. Like, we're set for life at this point. We really are. Not too worried about it. The worker. The Social Democratic Party is impressed. We've seen this before. We will absolutely do an interview with them, and we get more goodwill with them, but the moderate party is not quite as happy as they were before. Interesting, especially because the moderate party I know is fairly popular in the game right now, so that's something to be concerned about. Modify district, absolutely. Gonna upgrade that traffic, see if we can solve any problems before they begin. Improve growth, make sure that nothing gets stifled at this point. And maybe I even want to go to something like Billridge and try to upgrade its roads. Anything that tries to improve the density of this place, because it's not growing that fast. But let's take a look. Darlington, it says, would be next. Billridge is not even on the list here. It's at 36%. It's just not that much. Looks like the Progressive Party by a long shot is the largest, though. Holy crap. All right, let's go to Darlington next. Darlington was, I believe, an industrial district. Yes, indeed it was. Let's go here. Modify. Upgrade the roads to asphalt. And add in the sewer system to boost the companies, and just go with that for the time being. Yes, telephone lines do improve sales, but I'm not looking to boost sales that much. Almost every company here is already profitable, and telephone lines are pretty expensive. Modifying taxes. All right, so we're going to see our income drop a lot here. A fair bit. But it is going to pass and hopefully improve the lot of everyone in our city and boost growth a fair bit. Nightclub. There is a popular nightclub in Billridge that is frequented by both men and women. Some counselors are worried about the threat to morals as young women are drinking alcohol, smoking tobacco, and wearing makeup there. They say such pastimes are not suitable for women and want something done. They can go there if they want. I'm going to go ahead and be more progressive, and as a result, the district gets more fun, which is nice. So there we go. That's something. I do feel like we've slowed down a fair bit in our technology, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's fine. I mean, we haven't lost brain power. It just feels weaker. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and modify this district again. Everyone supports it as well. They should. Doop-ba-doop-doop-ba-doop-doop. Thank you, and appliances should be done at the end of the month. Thank you. Don't kill your wife. Let our washing machine do the dirty work. Sign outside Kentucky appliance store. That's funny. Parking meter increases their traffic ability. Vacuum cleaners. So department stores are better. Appliance stores. Activated sludge system for the water treatment plant. Industry standards. Household appliances and hardware store. Let's go to the progress cloud. So what's going to improve things for the city now? Public health. Once again, the vagabond services come back. Endorse physical education. Waste bins will be very nice for the physical environment. Swimming hall. Divorce is good for everybody as far as Wheel of Life improvements. Also, we get a courthouse upgrade. Sports grounds. Talking movies. Preemptive entertainment censorship. Dance clubs, erotic stores, entertainment, adult. Nylon. Stuff for women, basically. Two-way radios, I don't think is that important. Yeah, no. And then there's television. An upgrade for the radio tower could be pretty good. And this improves a few things. Oh, boy, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the idea of going for, like, nylon and stuff, but I think we're going to... Well, what about psychology? We haven't upgraded the hospital in a while. But it's not that important. I'm going to go for the television. We're going to try to upgrade things there a little bit. Appliances. Inventions come and go every day, and it's hard to know which will change our lives and which will fade into oblivion. The city administration has been working lately to estimate which appliance will have the greatest impact on their lives. What do you think they should focus on? Things that solve traffic problems, which will be very helpful for me. Making sure everything is safe. Electric irons or vacuum cleaners. I'm going to say things that help solve traffic problems because this means that the parking... It's not what I wanted. All right. I'm not that good with these pop-ups. It's hard to remember everything, but they basically just means that parking meters are now cheaper for everywhere. So that's something. But our income has dropped down substantially lately, which is something we do need to be concerned about. Let's go ahead and take a quick look-see at the districts. Rainsford is next on my list to upgrade. That is, again, an industrial area. Modify. Infrastructure. Stone surface. Sewer. That'll have to be it. Now, I could upgrade the parking meter. This reduces the physical environment of the district, but who cares? It does slightly improve... It does slightly improve traffic points. Not by much, and it costs a bit, but it doesn't cost me anything per month. Is it worth spending $500,000 for that few traffic points? Not really, but... We'll go ahead and try it. It's the first one we've done that in. Let's just see what happens. Propose, quicken vote, moving forward. I am thinking that we want to reduce our own personal income. We don't use this very much, and I like to have higher goodwill in the city. So let's go to the city council. Service funding. My personal pay. Reduce. Down to practically nothing. The communists are opposed to paying me less, but this does improve my neutral goodwill with everybody by 2, which is really useful. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and propose this. Interesting. People do not support this idea at all. They want to pay me more. I'm seriously trying to give you guys money. Can you please not be this way? All right. Modify district. Let's go ahead and vote on this. Trying to improve traffic again. Just making everything run smoothly. Let's go to the water treatment plant since we do have an upgrade for that. That'll improve the physical environment everywhere. Everyone approves of this. Let's go ahead and do that. We're still making a very solid amount of money. I mean, don't get me wrong. And if we ever need to, we could try to raise taxes on, let's say, the elites or something like that later. And that'll end up working pretty well. Loud parties in Smithton. Recommend that the loud parties stop at 10 p.m. Or do I do nothing? We're going to go ahead and recommend that. That improves the physical environment of the entire district by a fair bit. Upgrade the institution, absolutely. So we're going to see our Wheel of Life improve a fair bit as well. I'd like to improve social life a bit. I'm not sure where best to do that, though. Maybe there's an edict that we can pass that will help. Let's take a quick look-see. Now, industry standards require... Well, let's see. They reduce efficiency, but they greatly improve quality. So this one, I'm not sure what the math is on this one. So it reduces efficiency by 1, which means that sales go down. But increased quality means that sales go up. And this is 2 versus 1. I'm not sure how they scale. But this should theoretically improve commercial companies. So we're going to go ahead and try this. Again, I don't know if efficiency minus 1 outweighs quality plus 2. But we're going to go ahead and propose it. Everyone seems to be okay with this. This is actually kind of an economic authoritarian thing to do. In my own personal view, it's not really much the government's responsibility to demand certain quality standards. You know, their incentive to do so is to get the best market share, but... That's just, you know, kind of my own personal views taking over. But in the game, I'm not too sure what the exact effects are going to be. We're seeing a lot more factories going in here, by the way. Like, this is a furniture factory here. And again, they're starting to look a little bit more modernized, which is pretty nice. And I imagine the higher the education, the higher the technology and stuff like that, the cleaner and more effective they're going to end up being. So the mayor funds, nope, they are going to definitely reject. Well, it's actually really close, but they are going to reject by 1 vote, I think. Yep, by 1 vote. They're going to reject my attempt to get more goodwill with the party. Bollocks! They saw right through me. No. All right. Television. Television is the hottest new thing. Your city administration is making plans how best to adapt to the new era of television. What should they focus on? Tools to control the population, tools for informing the population, or tools to connect people. I think this improves social life. I'm going to do this one. And it does. It improves social life for the middle class and the elites. Anyone who can have a television, basically, which is kind of nice. All right, we need to continue upgrading our district. How are we looking? New Pravsburg is at 87%. That's over here, yes? Yes, it is. Modify infrastructure. Stone surface. We already have sewers. So go ahead and pass that. Won't take long. Honestly, though, I think we're kind of at a point where I'm not going to continue upgrading industry that much, except for upgrading density, because our demand is still really high. What I need to be doing is trying to upgrade our commercial and our residential. As we go into Era 4, that's when we're going to see a huge shift away from an industry-centered economy toward a commercial-centered economy. And I want to be prepared for that. We've been riding off of the income of an industrial economy for a very long time, which has been nice, but we do need to be prepared for that. So we're going to go ahead and modify this district, and then we will probably upgrade the density of 1 more industrial area, and then we will worry about our residential places. So here, modify infrastructure. You're already max road, so you need to be at a medium zone. We have gas. We have a lot of stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and just install the parking meters. I mean, why not? It may not do much, but we'll give it a shot. And I don't want to increase my operating costs at this point. We're already starting to run a little bit lower on money than I've had in the past. So we're going to go ahead and do all of that, upgrade you to a medium density, just start taking advantage of this increased industrial demand. I mean, if the demand is that high, that is what we need to be focusing on realistically. That's important, but still. Industry standards. All right, so let's see how this affects our commercial companies. All quality is supposed to go up, but their efficiency goes down because we interfered, right? Actually, is there any other edict that we want to look at? Are there any other edicts that we want to look at? Traffic signs? No. Restaurant hygiene? Increases the sales demand of all restaurants, but their health goes up. None of these are very important. I think you could make a good argument for the support for family planning, because it does improve social life quite a bit. Including the youth, which is interesting. It's like we're encouraging children to go forth and do things. The elderly don't approve. Population grows down. No, I don't think it's a great idea. Ban obscene comics. Security going up, but fun goes down for the youth. Yeah, I don't know about this. Shops closed on Sundays would certainly do a lot as far as improving social life, but our commercial companies are going to have a hard time. No, I'm going to continue letting the city kind of do its own thing. I just don't see a lot of benefit to that right now. So we're not gonna. We're just not going to do that. Company is going bankrupt down here in Edgeworth. We definitely need to start boosting our commercial companies. A lot of companies are having trouble. So yeah, it's definitely time to start focusing a lot of our effort on our commercial companies over here, boost their services, add in electricity, telephone, whatever it's going to take in order to get myself to that point. So we're having the most trouble here in Edgebur and Smithton, so I think we'll focus mostly on these, perhaps starting with Edgebur, try to boost company sales, see what we can do. This is a commercial building here. Does it show me anywhere where their quality is going to be? So this is a restaurant. Quality and efficiency are actually maxed out in this restaurant. This one has no efficiency, this cafe, but very, very terrible quality. Yeah, I'm not sure how that stuff is calculated. It's interesting, though, isn't it? Modify district. All right, begin the vote. So that's the last we're going to do with industry, at least for the time being. It's definitely time to start focusing on commercial stuff. And there's really no point in trying to upgrade any of these to a medium density if they're all going bankrupt to begin with. So let's go here. Infrastructure, we're going to upgrade a basic road. We're going to add in the electric grid, because at this point I think that's more or less just expected. We're going to go ahead and add in the street lights. And do I need to worry about adding in the telephone line now? For $14,000 a month, I think it's a price that I'm willing to pay. Let's go ahead and do that. But we don't necessarily need to have phone booths and stuff, although we could. Certainly nothing wrong with that. A police call box would do a little bit to at least boost security and stuff. It's not bad. Let's just go ahead and do it. Phone booth, confirm. We're really trying to ramp up our infrastructure, trying to ramp up our services, make sure these businesses are not going out of business here. Flappers. The flapper trend has arrived on the streets of Pravsburg as well. These young women show disdain for the generally accepted behavior. They like to dance, smoke, and drink, and most of all, date freely and have casual sex. Conservative circles are shocked by all this and demand you do something about it. You're proud of the next generation of women who are bold enough to be what they want to be, so you support them, support their freedom to choose to support youth. I'm going to support their freedom to choose what they do. The moderate party despises me now, but personal growth goes up quite a bit. Sort of surprised that the moderates are actually not as centrist on this stuff. Kind of would expect like the ultra-conservative Freedom Party to be upset. But alright, let's go ahead and modify up this district, try to boost up our commercial demand, also our residential, anything we can at all. Done. Now let's go to, let's go to Billridge, since it is technically medium density already. Infrastructure, add in the electricity, upgrade to a stone road, add in the telephones, electric street lights, and a phone booth. And we're not going to put in parking meters and stuff right now. Confirm, propose, done, thank you. Now notice we are, once again, drastically reducing our monthly budget as we go through these infrastructure improvements. So this is going to get very expensive very rapidly. The sooner I can get anything that will improve the efficiency of our city, the better. Television is now done. Good. TV tower is available for the radio tower. I like that. Also museums for education if we want it, which we don't need, but hey, that's kind of cool. Cosmetics. Increasing textile industry sales could be kind of nice. Social life and fun for all women. Playground. It is a fast one. Let's see. Anything that improves my sales is actually more important to me right now. Increases sales in certain industries. Let's go to entertainment. Start the research. It's going to open up a lot of different types of businesses and maybe fill in a market need for, let's say, erotic stores. You never know. Maybe that's what people want, and that'll be a new successful commercial business. Modify the district. Go ahead and do that next. Definitely want to focus more on commercial right now. But again, it's getting expensive. This is one of the reasons I didn't focus on upgrading telephone lines and stuff like that for a while to begin with, because it does get very expensive very rapidly. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade you. No, wait, you've already been done. Sorry, Smithton. Smithton is the one I wanted next. Modify. We are going to upgrade your roads. We are going to add you to the electric grid. We're going to turn on streetlights. Okay, and nothing else is important. I'm actually not going to upgrade your telephone line because you're not fully developed. So maybe telephone lines should be reserved for the medium density, but at the very least, you guys need to be in the electric grid in order to be competitive. That much is a requirement, I am certain. Look at our monthly balance going down. We probably will need to consider raising taxes sometime soon. It's not quite going down into the red, though, so I'm not sure if the parties will agree. We'll see. We'll see. But in the meantime, again, just really trying to upgrade some of this stuff, increase our commercial demands, doing everything I can. Now let's go down to the radio tower because we did just get an upgrade. We'll go ahead and do that. That improves fun and personal growth across the board. Everyone's fine with that. It doesn't increase any monthly costs. And we are in the negative. Mayor elections closing in, so that's something to be concerned about, especially since the moderate party is not a fan of me right about now. But we can't do anything to affect the vote on that, at least yet, so we can wait. Vote on upgrading the institution. Thank you. Really want to improve my social life. So the sooner I guess we can get things like nylon, divorce, and stuff like that in order to improve social life, the better. That is probably something we need to worry about. Now let's take a look at wellage, because again, a lot of businesses starting to go bankrupt. Modify. Whoops. There we go. Infrastructure, upgrade the road, add in the electric grid, add in the electric street lights, and we'll leave it at that. Propose, quicken vote, done. Again, though, if we do go into the negative, this is an opportunity to start raising taxes on, let's say, the elites, or something along those lines. And my reducing taxes actually is coming at a really good time, trying to help these companies stay afloat and not tax the ever-loving crud out of them. But it's not going very well, amazingly enough. And part of the problem, I think, is that, I mean, these are mixed buildings. Tell me what you do. Come on, what kind of businesses are these? Show me. A funeral parlor. Not making a lot of money. Yeah, they're not telling me what businesses they're in. I guess maybe because have they already gone bankrupt? I'm not too sure. It's not something I've considered before, but I don't know. I mean, we're really trying here. We're upgrading your electric grid. The only thing you're missing is communications at this point. I really don't see any good reason for you guys to still be having this much trouble. Your services should be good. Let's modify this up. I don't know. Maybe it is partly just social life and people aren't getting out to the cafes in order to socialize as much as they ought to. I'm not too sure. But either way. Alright, so you're upgraded. You are upgraded. You are upgraded. So are you. You could use some upgrades next. Modify. We definitely should have more than gravel roads at this stage in the game. I mean, maybe we're not having a lot of traffic issues now, but we will definitely later. It's certainly not going to hurt to make sure that the roads are not causing any major issues. Okay. Still worried about my monthly income. I'm definitely making a mistake here somewhere. Hey, there we go, money. So now might be the opportunity to vote on increasing taxes. And I think it is. Let's go ahead and look at the taxation and propose. We've been doing incredibly well on industrial demand, so I think I can afford to raise taxes here. At least a little bit. And that's about all that they seem to be supportive of, in fact. So, yeah, that might be the best we can get right now. Let's go ahead and propose that. Not sure if people are going to go for it. We could try to swing people over to it. It's pretty close. We could go to you, use up our goodwill, but if we use our goodwill, we have an election coming very soon. I really want to fix this issue. Okay, that swings them a little bit more. Progressive Party, we should have plenty of goodwill. Our economy will receive a boost. Okay, that didn't do much. We'll see. I may not pass this one, but I don't want to spend a lot more goodwill on it. Okay, entertainment. Technological and cultural developments since the Great War have been extremely rapid. The city administration is pondering how city life will change in the near future with talking movies just around the corner. Bring the world closer to us, bring in new role models. Dance clubs will make the world a happier place. Again, I have no idea what any of these are going to do. New role models, I think, is like personal growth, I would guess. Talking movies bring the world closer to us. Does that affect the Twin Cities? This one might improve social life. I'm going to go for that. No, it improves fun. That makes sense as well, but it makes dance clubs better and have a good impact on the city. Modify the district. Okay, it's going to be done. We are about to have right to vote, so civil rights going up is going to be nice for us. Okay, begin the vote. A lot of parties were not in favor of that, shockingly enough. But we are going to be fine. That improves the personal growth across the board, and more brain power in the university means faster technology. A bill proposing the removal of wealth requirements from citizen voting in the nation's electoral system was passed quietly and without fanfare in Parliament today. Excitement at the development was palpable on the streets of the capital, however, with revelers waving banners on the steps of City Hall, grandmothers turning somersaults, and young men parading around in their underwear. Yeah, you're not making a very good case for why we should have given you guys the vote. But it's fine. We'll do it anyway. Wow, okay. See, and there's the taxes just swinging rapidly here. And a big part of it is because so many businesses over here are going bankrupt. And I'm trying hard to give you guys the resources you need, but you're just not using it. Very frustrating. Progressive Party wins the elections. So what I might need to do here, and I'm not sure if this is the problem, but I suspect it might be. I think that these districts are too far away from all of the industry. Okay, I don't know if that's the problem, but it does seem suspicious to me that specifically these districts that are the furthest away from all of our industry are the ones that are having the most trouble. So what I'm actually going to do here then, in Smithton, since there's actually not a lot of people here, I'm going to modify this district and I'm actually going to create a new industrial district here, right in the center. Go ahead and confirm. Probably will want to have more cobblestone. Can I get rid of... Can't get rid of decorated gas lamps once they've been done. So we got a bit of wasted stuff here, but for now, let's just go ahead and go with it. Propose, it'll be a low density. We're going to try to bring the industry closer to the commercial areas. Hi, you look smarmy and scary. I don't like you. A lot of swing parties right now. And surprisingly, the Progressive Party is not as inclined to agree with me. I need to get these guys on my side ASAP so they don't try to persuade people against me here. Maybe this guy's more progressive than I am. Maybe that's what's going on. Please, I need your support just this once. Didn't do a lot, but it's something. The Central Party, we're going to try. Improve workers' lives. Did a little bit. Anywhere where I have some goodwill, I want to use it. The Christian Democratic Party does not like me. The Moderate Party, however, will. Ask for a favor? That did a lot. All right, good. Freedom Party does not like me at all. Communists. Little bit. This will create a new future. I mean, they're revolutionaries. They should like that, right? Social Democrats. Oh, lots of goodwill there. I really need this, and they like me so much that it should do a lot. So now it says it's swinging in my favor, and as the months progress and we see where the votes start landing, I think we're going to be okay. But again, we will be paying attention to this. Now, as soon as we can modify this district, what we're going to see is a lot of stuff kind of going bye-bye. Oh, boy. Hey, a lot of parties are apparently not as in favor of this as I was hoping for. We could do a last-minute appeal on some of them. Progressives being a good example. It'll make us stronger. Let's try it. Okay, that swung us quite a bit. What else is the largest party? We could try to appeal them, but we already have negative. These are all the people who really don't like me that much. I can try to persuade the moderates one more time. We're going to invite the party leader to a dinner. Might have reduced his objection a little bit, but this is a very close vote. Let's see what happens. We are going to pass it. Okay, so that's a little bit more tax income for us. That's fine. Again, if it failed, all we had to do is sit back and let this new monthly budget go down, and they'll be more inclined to pass it later. So it's going to have to be all right. But yeah, let's see if doing this industry stuff in Smithton helps. I'm very curious. This is actually a mechanic I have not tried playing with. I could be entirely wrong, and I am open to that possibility. However, first off, we make more money from industry than anything else, so this will be good for our budget eventually. There go all the buildings. And immediately they're starting to build some new stuff up. But I'm really hoping that increased industry right over here by all these commercial buildings will make them produce products really close by and therefore reduce costs of commercial buildings that help them become more efficient and sell. That is my hope here. Now, immediately, it seems that we're getting a lot more money, partly because we raised taxes, but yeah, that's helping. All right. Well, let's take a look at the vote. How are things looking? Again, swinging against me. Progressive Party. No, no, no. I need a favor. Didn't do much. All right. Can't do much with you right now. Moderates. Let's try to get you on my side. I'll buy you a beer. That worked out pretty well. Social Democrats. Ask for a favor. That did a lot as well. All right, so parties very much in my favor. Now that they're in this green, I'm hoping that they're going to start persuading the other parties to work with me here. But I don't really think I can appeal to pretty much anybody else at this point. The Central Party, maybe. The Progressives later, maybe. I just need to keep them away from my opponent, whoever this guy is. By the way, if you don't know, those other characters that we are running against, those are the other families that we did not play as. So the Van Filtsons, for example. Those families are now running for office. So, something to keep in mind there. We're about to finish entertainment. There we go. Censorship, dance clubs are now open. Entertainment devices, music store, talking movies, and a few other things as well. Go to the progress cloud. What else could we be improving here? I could look at moving on to some Era 4 technology. Mass media. Media companies get a sales boost. Sports equipment, local TV station, alternative media, local newspapers, mass media, seatbelts, an upgrade for the power plant. What I want to get to is paperless office. That will save me so much money, but let's focus on Era 3 for the time being. I am going to go for divorce. We're going to try to improve our social life, make things a little bit more fun for the time being, and see how that works out for us. So yeah, Smithton, please start producing products and selling them, because too many buildings are going out of business, and I'm not really sure what to do about them right now. They're losing money, definitely. And big part of that is because their quality is just crap. Just god-awful. But I don't know what else to do about them, because I've given them all the infrastructure they could possibly need. Districts? Thornton is at max. We do need to vote on that. Alright, that's the last thing we're going to do then. Let's go to Thornton, which is right here. Modify. You already have... You do not have max roads. Never mind. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, let's go ahead and install the parking meters just a little bit. It's fine, and that will have to be enough for the time being. Alright, I'm going to end this video here. Let me know what you guys think. Do we have any other experienced players who know why all these businesses are having so much trouble? Because at this point, I've given them all the infrastructure. I didn't have this much of a problem last time, and the reason I'm going for this industry thing is because last time I didn't do this zoning stuff that I'm doing now, where all the industry is on one side and stuff like that. I didn't do that last time, and I didn't have this many companies going out of business. So I could reduce taxes, that's certainly an option, but I'm curious if there are any other mechanics that I'm not paying attention to that could be causing the problem. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. For the time being, we're still having a heck of a time getting the frickin' Progressive Party on my side. Our economy will get a boost. Does a little bit. Okay, now we're up to 24. That hopefully will be enough, but woof. Goodwill is proving a bit of a problem. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment supporting this channel, supporting what I'm doing, giving me some ideas, and subscribe if you have not already. I, as always, will see you guys next time in Pravsburg. Bye-bye.